Afternoon guys, this is just a quick video to help Mr. Nixon, Mr. Beach's class prepare for the tractor assessment. So I'm going to do a pre-start check and then I'm going to quickly run through the controls in the cab. So pre-start check, I'll just turn the camera around. Alright guys, we're going to start here on the left hand side by the door. We're checking that our steps are clear and our floor inside the cab's clear. There's our fuel tank, but we can't check because of the screen, so we're just going to look at the gauge later on. We're checking the 2 fuel filters and we're especially paying attention to the little glass sediment trap on the bottom of that filter there. As we're coming past the side of the tractor, we're looking at the wheel, making sure that it's not flat, wheel nuts are done up, good tread, checking our front end load is secure, so there's no oil leaks, no pins loose, and we'll just make sure that our tool is on the loader, making sure that the handle's all the way across and the pin is through there and sticking out the side. Then we're going to do some stuff under the bonnet. So we've got our coolant here, making sure that there's not grass and everything blocking our radiator. Looking at the insides of the wheels, everything's all good. Our air cleaner, we don't have to do anything on a daily basis, we just make sure it's all done up. And our battery is secure. Underneath the bonnet, no bird's nests or anything in there, and we can see up the insides of the loader, make sure nothing's loose there. Coming around the other side of the tractor, the rest of the loader, no loose pins, no oil leaks. The other wheel on this side, tyre pressure, tread, wheel nuts are done up. Then we get into this side, we're looking, there's our fan belt. It's hot, so I'm going to be careful. Our oil is down there, and remember we pull the engine oil out and we look at it to make sure there's no bits of metal. Then we wipe it on a rag, we dip it back in again, and we have a look for the level. Now when we dip it in, we remember that we've got to put that little bend to get it to go back into the hole. Really gentle, don't break it, but it takes a little bit of a bend to get it to jiggle in. Then we're carrying on around, no oil leaks, our glass is clean, our mirrors, oh, we've got a broken mirror there, all our gears in place, steps are clean, another wheel, another tyre, all that sort of stuff's done. When we come to the back, our bale feeder's on, so we're making sure that the 3-point linkage is done up securely, all the pins are in place, and then we start having a look at the back of the tractor. So we're looking at inside there, no oil leaks, nothing tangled up, and the same on the opposite side. Then we're looking in around our PTO, so we've got this PTO guard in place, and we're missing the one on the shaft in there. While we're down here, we're having a look at our hydraulic oil sight glass. That's all good. So we know that we're missing one guard, and we've got this rope that goes up into the cab, so we're going to have to be very careful to make sure that our PTO is not on. We're just going around our bale feeder and just make sure there's nothing falling off. That's all good. And on the last side, our hoses are connected and they're nice and clean, they're not leaking oil. The last wheel and tyre, everything good. Up into the cab. Okay, so we're just very quickly going to go through the controls, just remembering that the basics are orange means movement, yellow means PTO, and black is hydraulic. So we'll go through that real fast. So downside, park brake, and remember when the park brake goes off, we're going to make sure the light goes off. We've got some pedals, clutch, brakes. When we're driving, we're going to make sure the brakes are together. Foot throttle, a gear shifter here, so that's our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then a second gear shifter for our high and low. And remember on this tractor we have to be pretty vigorous, so to get into low we're really shoving it back there, not fluffing around. So back into forward, back into high. Then we're coming up, we've got some black controls, our loader joystick, forward for down, back for up, side to side to curl. Then we've got our hand throttle. So remember our hand throttle is for heavy work, not for on the road. 2 hydraulic remotes, so forward and back to operate them. Coming back, we've got our 3-point linkage to raise and lower. We particularly, on this tractor, it's easy to use the up and down button. Then we've got 4-wheel drive and diff lock, and then we've got yellow controls for our PTO, so that's our on. And remember, it won't go on unless we hold that center part down, but it's very easy to turn off. All right, up here our PTO speed. That's all the controls I need you guys to be able to get, except for, let's bring our steering wheel down. Over here we've got our shuttle. Now the last little bit that I want to do is going to be the procedure when we start the tractor. So remember, it's CKCKN, and then the second procedure when we get moving, which is front, back, brakes, gears, shuttle. So CKCKN, we're going to get comfortable. So steering wheel down, control down here to move the seat back and forward until we're in a good position. Then we're going to turn our key on over here, 1, 2, till our lights come up. Our foot goes on the clutch, that's C for clutch, K for key. The engine's now started. My foot remains on the clutch until I've ascertained that it's in neutral. So this gear stick is in neutral, vigorously from left to right, and then our shuttle is in neutral. Then my foot comes off the clutch. CKCKN. Once we've got the tractor started and we're getting ready to move, we're going to go front, back, brakes, gears, shuttle. So the front is the front end loader. So there's our joystick for our front end loader, and we're going to raise it up. And then we're going to curl. So we turn the hand that way until the bucket or forks are crowded back. That's right in the middle of our vision, so we drop it down until we can see clearly over the top of it. That's the front. Then the back. We've got the bale feeder on the back, so we're going to use this control here. Now, push on the top of the switch to raise, and when we do that, we're going to watch the bale feeder come up. Making sure it's not tangled, nothing's going to get damaged. Once it's reached the height that we want, we put the switch back into its middle position. So we've done front, back. Now we're going to do the brakes. We're going to check, are our brakes locked together, one pedal at a time? Once we've ascertained that they are, then our park brake goes off all the way to the ground until our light switches out. Alright. So we've done front, back, brakes, then we're going to do gears. So we'll pick a range, tractor's in high, we'll pick first. No foot on the clutch required for this tractor. Front, back, brakes, gears. Finally, our shuttle is our last thing we're going to move. When we move that, the tractor will move. So I close the door. Now, I'm just having a bit of a look around because this is the last thing before the tractor suddenly becomes dangerous. What I've noticed is, my front wheels are pointing way off to one side. So I'll straighten them up and we're ready to go.